How often do you spend time on you? It made me uncomfortable. Something that was hiding beneath that discomfort. I don't have to prove to others that I was a good kid. I couldn't wait 1 second longer. There will be less and less of a self left. How often do you spend time on you? 4 years ago, I stumbled upon this question in a random YouTube video. At first glance, it seemed really odd. What do you mean? I'm me all the time, so all of it? And then, well, I have a job that needs me. I need to spend all my time on my job to make a living, so I guess not a lot? I didn't give it much thought then, just dismissed it as weird and moved on with my life. But recently, this question resurfaced. This time, it made me think. It even felt philosophical. While thinking about my answer to that question itself, I also became curious about my initial reaction. Why did I think it was weird? Then it hit me. It wasn't that it was weird. It was that it made me uncomfortable. The discomfort wasn't about spending time on myself, but about spending time on myself. Peeling back the layers, I discovered something that was hiding beneath that discomfort. It was guilt. From a young age, I was taught that my value exists in what I can do and how much I contribute. I was considered a good kid when I was first in class, a good employee when I made the department look good, a good coworker when I was always available to help, and a good friend when I put others' needs before my own. One of my earliest memories of this mindset dates back to grade school. I remember one afternoon when I was having fun playing with my friends after class. We were running, laughing, and chasing each other. But that moment of happiness and freedom was very short-lived. An adult, perhaps a teacher or a parent, scolded me, saying that I was bad because I should be doing my homework instead of wasting time playing. In that moment, I learned if I'm doing something that only makes myself and no one else feels good, I am doing something bad and I have to stop. From there on, my worth seemed to be measured only by my productivity, the size of my social circle, or how well I met others' expectations. This deeply ingrained belief system created a relentless cycle of putting others first. As a result, any time I spent on myself felt selfish. I found myself constantly battling guilt whenever I chose to prioritize my own needs or interests. Sometimes I even struggle over whether I should take that much needed sick day. I was trapped in a mindset where self-neglect was virtuous and self-investment or self-care was indulgent. The thing is, this belief system is backwards. If I'm blindly selfless, there will be less and less of a self left. If I want to have worth, I first need to still exist. Of course, I didn't realize this until much later. But what good does an acquaintance's "thanks for your help" do if I'm so worn out that I can't even get out of bed? I wanted a change, one that can lead to a state where I no longer feel bad for spending time on myself. I don't have to prove to others that I was a good kid or a perfect coworker. I just want to lead a life where I do things because I want to, not because I feel obligated to. When I realized that, I couldn't wait 1 second longer. I took out a pen and a notebook and did something I'm good at, asking questions. Who am I? What do I like? What do I dislike? What makes me happy? What do I fear? What do I most value about myself and others? What hurts me? What makes me feel loved? These seemingly simple questions were not easy to answer. Some of them would cause me to break down because the answers are too hard to face. But as I pushed through this exercise, a clear picture of who I am started to emerge. The best part is, the more clearly I can see myself, the more acceptance I have for myself. Like how I would appreciate a friend confiding in me. The mindset shifted from, I'm an introvert and I don't like socializing with big groups and that's terrible, to I prefer quieter environments. How can I create more of those in my life? This was a successful start. I then continued this experimentation but expanded it to other parts of my life, recognizing the importance of time, a non-renewable resource. I was intentional when I make decisions as to where I like to spend time on myself. I want to spend time on myself so I'm healthy, confident, and rooted. Let me show you what each of these means to me. Having a structure to my day helps me feel grounded. I rely on quality sleep to recharge, so I try to follow my 10 to 6 schedule as much as possible. I find that I'm someone who follows the sun. I get up around 5 in the summer and later in the winter. Over the years, I've learned the importance of respecting what my body needs. There's no point in blindly following a set schedule simply because someone else says it works. Developing my own sleeping habits and knowing that I can make changes when needed have been crucial in improving my overall well-being. Being healthy is beyond having an ache-free body. I want to form a healthy way of living too, which is infused in different things I do daily or at least on a regular basis. Cooking is a habit I've had since I left home for college. It relaxes me while I'm making a healthy, home-cooked meal that fills my tummy. Today I'm making cold noodles, perfect on this tail-end summer day. Cleaning has become one of my daily activities. I sure did not start out that way. It was a chore and I lumped it all to one afternoon on the weekend to get it over with. Those of you who do the same probably already knew how that worked out. It didn't. I ended up feeling exhausted from hours of cleaning the entire house, and before I knew it, a beautiful weekend afternoon would be gone. The process to turn it into a daily habit has been a long but worthwhile one. Instead of tackling it all at once, I learned to break it down. Vacuum the floors on Monday, windows and tabletops on Tuesday, showers and baths on Wednesday, all the way to stovetops and appliances on Sunday. The best part is, all these cleaning goals are reached with what I call in-between time. When I'm taking a break from learning or editing, waiting for food to be cooked, or listening to podcasts. An unexpected benefit of this approach is that since most items in the house are cleaned regularly, it takes me a minimal amount of time each day. This method has transformed cleaning from a dreaded chore into a manageable, sometimes even satisfying, part of my daily routine. I feel confident when I know I'm always growing. Life feels to me not so much a flat line that might go up and down. It's more like an evolving shape. There's endless potential for any aspect of my life to take on a new direction. The two ways I've ingrained in my life to help me grow are taking courses and reading. For the past 4 weeks, I've been taking a systematic course on how to draw. And I've learned so much. Not just about drawing itself, but about how I look at the world. The combination of this course and books like Color and Light made me rethink what I look at versus what I see. It was unimaginable to me that I could draw something by drawing something else instead. Rather than drawing a cardboard box directly, I can draw the negative space around it and the box itself emerges. Reading is another way to open myself up to the possibilities the world has to offer. There's always something to learn from how others view things. Reading their stories makes me think and then rethink my take on what happens to me and around me. It also fits well into my own self-exploration and discovery. If I believe this, then how does that make me feel? Writing down not just inspiring sentiments from the books, but also my own thoughts and debates makes me feel I'm adding plant food to the inner flower I'm trying to care for. I think most of all, the ability to learn is at the center of me feeling confident. It's that amazing feeling being able to adjust to the environment around me, no matter what kind of weather may be taking place. It helps me form that sense of confidence to tell myself, it's okay. It's all figure-outable. Hobbies were such a natural part of my life when I was a kid, but as I grow older, they seem to have become a luxury. Sometimes I even wonder how I was able to have fun for the sake of having fun back then, not a worry or concern about what comes of it, or if I did a good job. Kids don't measure fun by how well they had fun, right? I feel grateful for having had those carefree days. Frankly, they're what finally pushed me to get back into it. I started off making small items with clay, like fridge magnets and desk friends. Now it brings me so much joy to be able to combine creativity and functionality in making this fried egg clock.
Of a lullaby. I've been trying to make sense of it all, looking for signs in the stars, but it's been right in front of me this whole time. Can't believe I didn't see the light.
Compared to clay, crocheting is something I do to keep my hands busy while I catch up on things like channels I subscribe to. There are so many patterns available on the internet, even here on YouTube, which makes the learning curve not as steep for me. I started this table runner at the beginning of summer, and now it's already early fall. But that's okay. I'm determined to finish it this week. Hobbies root me so well because I get to witness and experience that creative process. It's a unique feeling to use daily items I've created myself. Surrounding myself with these handmade items gives me a sense that this is a home, not just a house.
If I never see the light, I wouldn't care 'cause I'm so perfect right here. I'd count to 10, then open up my eyes. If you're gone, I'll take it as a sign. But if you'll stay, then baby hold me tight and send me off with the words of a lullaby.
The most valuable part of spending time on myself is I'm getting better at spending time with myself. I begin to look forward to it, even create opportunities for it. I read somewhere that we're our best ally and greatest enemy all at the same time. It teaches me how I am such an important factor in the type of life I lead. I don't spend all my weeks exactly like I showed you in this video. As some of you know, with the My Week This Was feeling focused backward planning approach, my weeks can look quite different depending on how I would like to feel. But even being able to do some of those things make a difference in how I feel about myself. When my own reservoir is not running on low or even negative, I can better help those around me. What are your thoughts on spending time on oneself? What are some things that you do to feel healthy, confident, and rooted? I would love to read them in the comments below. I hope this video is helpful to you. Thank you for following along and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
words of a lullaby.